Okay, so happy Easter. That's going to be a wrap for the Galas. So we've got the vegetables are now steaming in here. I just added some carrots and about half a head of cabbage. So that's just going to steam at low heat with the rice to soften it up a little bit. But I'm going to take the top off because now I'm going to pull the chicken fingers. So there's the wings over here. And we're going to pull the chicken fingers off. And then, because you don't want the dog to get hurt. Yeah, the dog. Tessie, come, up. Can you say hi? Can you see her? Yeah. We don't want to hurt the dog by letting her have any splintery bones. And so we're just going to kind of throw all the meat in here. Basically everything except the bones. Like these knuckles she can have. Oops. Dropped something. Like the stuff that, yeah. So anything dangerous she can't have. Let me grab a chicken bones in every pot. To wash that pot anyway. Let's leave that. Don't burn anything. We can make like a soup out of that stuff, but basically we just, old school, we just kind of pull all the meat off the bones. Any little knuckles that aren't going to hurt her, she can chomp. So we're not going to waste animal parts. The extra parts we're going to give to the animal. But basically everything we can eat, we just pull off. It's a little hot, so I might want to, I think I'll get like a bucket of water to dip my hands in if my hands get too hot. But the skin is basically just going to dissolve, so we got to keep the skin. That'd be a nice little chicken fat. Didn't really need to add a bunch of olive oil because the chicken has its own juices. So when this cools off, I'll let her eat the knuckles off of this, but I'm not going to let her eat the bone because the bone itself can splinter in her guts, and we don't want to, I'm sorry, honey, we don't want to kill you. We love you, honey. We're not going to kill you by busting your gut. This stuff is okay though. And that we can clean up later. So we'll just kind of get the other thing. Ow, that's hot. Wow. Just let that cool off a little bit. So here's the viscera from inside. We got like, we'll just have the, I don't even know what that is. Oh, you can liver on it. Here we go. And this might be the lungs or something, so I'll take a little bite. That's where kind of the vitamins are. Just kind of, yeah, I should definitely get a bucket of water because this is burning my fingers a little bit. Little garden variety, garden vegetable, chicken and rice. Grab the top off that. Whatever. So this is like, I mean, I got a whole month of food. Yeah, I know. A whole month's worth of really good food from Walmart for like under 200 bucks. Tastes good, but you can live off it. Don't really need a lot of money to live off of unless you're stupid. Okay. So that's what old people got. The old people have the old smarts and good insurance. And they can make fried green tomatoes. Not Soylent. Soylent is kind of for young people. I mean, I've had Soylent too. It's not, I mean, Ample is better than Soylent. Ample is both more tasty, and I think they've done a little more research. I'm not sure which is definitely more environmentally sustainable. I mean, Soylent gets props for being first serious entry into the market, but they're definitely not the only. Jassy, you are my one and only puppy dog. Stir that up, little darling. I know, that was a bad one. Come on, baby. Honey, I need to stir it up. I'm not causing trouble. I'm just stirring it up. Okay. It's just a dad joke, honey. Okay. It's not like I'm wrapping anything. I know. This is being sent from my iPhone. You smell something. Oh yeah, you're sniffing. You're sniffing my toes. Yeah, I know. I'll give you a little piece over here. Sometimes she wants a piece of me, or meat. Sometimes she wants a piece of meat. Okay. She is a lovely creature. I know, you're a creature. She's not creepy at all. And she definitely doesn't look good in a bikini. Although sometimes we put a parka on her. We parka the dog. I know, that's a bad one too. But we did parka the dog because whether you're in Minnesota or Harvard Yard, sometimes it gets cold. And we don't want the dog to like die of, you know, being frozen. And so we parka the dog. Here we go. I'll give her all of that stuff. There we go. She's happy. So make sure you have some water. That's a little hot going down your gullet. I've eaten it. It's not too hot, but that's why I don't want to give her a really big piece, especially not a big oily piece. Because when the big oily piece goes down her throat, I know that was not a deep throat joke, honey. I'm just saying a big oily piece going down your throat could be bad. I'll give it a little cabbage. Let us give her a little cabbage. Just a little piece. Yeah, I let her have a little piece of cabbage. Hardly knew her having, yeah, you can hear that, right? She's eating some cabbage. Okay. She's just tearing that cabbage to shreds, like a shredded cabbage. Happy spring. We're kind of like a little in between Savage, Minnesota and New Prague, Minnesota in springtime, in just spring, where the world is delicious or something. Yeah, I know. So my other girlfriend called, just to make clear, I do have a girlfriend. At least I think so. Well, anyway, she says we're not necessarily exclusive yet until things get a little calmer, but I think things are going pretty well. Yeah, I know. She likes her a lot. Anyway, oops. Oh, that's the heart, I think. That's crunchy. It's tough. No, it's a little bone there. I can't get rid of that. It's a little bone. Chubby butt from the chicken. It's a little sinewy part there. So let her have that. To top up that bone, and she got to have the chicken byproduct. She gets to have. Now there's usually, yeah, I know, have a little backbone. I think I probably won't let her have the backbone because there's lots of little bones in there that could be bad. I know you're saying you could probably clean this yourself, and I bet you're right, but you're just a puppy, and I don't want you to be a puppy with a ripped up gullet or intestines. Now, she did have a little intestinal blockage after Christmas, and because I think she got some bones or constipation, either way, and she had some stuff fermenting in her tummy, which isn't necessarily always a bad thing, but I mean, she didn't have really that much gas, but she was a bit bloated. My lady dog was a bit bloated, and so she got some antibiotics from the countryside vet, which made her feel a little bit better and sleep better, and I got to sleep better because I didn't have to keep letting her out. Okay. I know. You don't want us talking about your diarrhea, do we? Nope. Oops. Okay, and there's the other parts in there. Okay. No, that's like the liver and stuff. Okay. Well, it's like a chalky taste. Not my favorite. She can have the rest of that. And that's about what I can get out of this. Kidneys. Okay. There's the alien backside right here. And there we have a nice pulled chicken with cabbage and carrots and some good Italian extra virgin olive oil in a cheap can from the Somali market in Faribault. Because as we said before, and I might have to say it again, the Somali right now are traitors to America because it's kind of like California. There's too many people and not enough water. People don't go there because it's too crowded. So we've got some really awesome people really the best people. I mean, more people might try to come here, but the people who actually make it here, they could probably make it anywhere. And so someone like Senator Lucero says, screw him. Well, let's not. Well, okay, maybe not in that way. But I mean, his wife's Filipina. And he's very proud of that because that means he's not racist. He just really, really doesn't want Senator Zainab Mohammed to fail to understand the importance of 9/11, and Senator Mohammed may not quite understand security and other things that people are scared of. Because if she just doesn't understand, the funniest part in the whole debate was he asked her if she had read the sonar and if she had any questions. Is that the most awesome one ping only reference you could ever think of? So, what is it? The SONAR, it stands for, I mean, yeah, the sound imaging, yeah, but sonar in the Minnesota legislature context is something about the potential risks and impact, the something and risk. It's like their risk register, like I learned about in grad school, risk management. And so he says, Senator Mohammed, have you read the sonar? And it was like, okay, dude, you're weird. Because, I mean, she's a 25-year-old American she's a 25-year-old Minnesotan American in the winter, wearing a headscarf in winter, as one does. And he just kept badgering her like a badger holed up for winter, like saying, Zainab Mohammed, what about 9/11? And this is about driver's licenses for people who've been here like 50 years and had legal Minnesota driver's licenses until 2003, when people were very scared about Mohammed and 9/11 and stuff. And it was a big emergency that they had to make it more difficult for people to vote or drive or hold jobs. And so they said, well, all these people who are neighbors can't have driver's licenses anymore, except, you know what, Chastity? Now they can. Because normal people kind of took over again. I know. What is normal anyway? But my mind, normal is don't spoil your brain with a lot of heavy metals. One of the reasons, so there's no tomato sauce in here because tomato sauce will leach the aluminum out of aluminum, cast aluminum. So there's no aluminum, there's no super acidic stuff in here, which is important because we want to have a normal brain, more or less. But anyway, so that's what normal means to me. Just like be decent to other people. And when you're someone like Senator Eric, was it Eric? I don't know. I don't even care what his first name is. And the way that you think you want to win the debate is say, security, Mohammed, 9/11. It's when something is really not even relevant to that. That's just weird, dude. I mean, you do you, and apparently you do your Filipino wife, which means you're not racist. But come on. Politics ends at the water's edge, but you know what? We don't have oceans in Minnesota, and we're here, and we can get used to people being here. And I do understand that, you know, people have a right to choose who they affiliate with. So, but I don't think you need to worry I don't think you need to worry about, at least for right now anyway, you don't need to worry about our Muslim friends breaking into your cathedral. Yeah. No big crusades going on right now. Not in Europe and not here. That was 1940. I know. June 1944. That was a crusade in Europe. That was Eisenhower's book about D-Day. Crusade in Europe. Because things change, right? Because like in the 1940s and 50s, a lot of Republicans were against fascism. I'll just let her clean this off. Now there's still some Republicans against fascism, but, you know, they have to really be on the down low. So Liz Cheney, Adam Kinzinger. I especially like Adam Kinzinger's dad jokes. He's got some great little one-liner zingers. But that's over now. Bye, Dad.